Good morning, friends of the internet. We are back again on our Farming Sim 15. So I went ahead and finished off some crops and a couple other things off camera just to kind of get us ahead. We went ahead and we cycled a day so we could get some silage. And funny story about this. I'll tell you what ended up happening. So I was at about, I would say 30%, and I started cycling the night at 120 times normal speed just to cycle through so we could get this fermented and so that we could start selling it. And this is what happened. A pop-up came up saying that for the next 6 hours, that the bio facility was taking silage for double the price, almost double the price of what they normally would pay. So I was like, "Oh my god, that's sweet." But at that point, we was only at about 50% um, on the fermentation. So we had to wait until I had this completely done so that I could utilize it. So I tried to speed up time as close as I could to the 6 hours, and literally the time that it got done, the the demand was over. So I wasn't able to use any of our silage at double the price that they would have paid. So that kind of was a shot to us. It made me sick. I was hoping that I was gonna be able to get at least maybe a half an hour or something that I could have threw a few buckets in there, got us up over 100,000, but it didn't work. So, um, but our silage is ready. So let's go ahead and take a gander around the farm here and see what we've got going. Um, it looks as though we still got to get some fields planted. It looks like 19 and 20 is not planted yet. Let's look at our other map. Yeah, so both of those are harvested, 16's harvested, so we've got everything harvested and nothing planted. So we're gonna have to get to planting some of this stuff. Um, and I think I already had this set up. Yes, I do. So let's go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and throw this out. We'll get this guy going here on this little plot of land here and get us some corn going back. Let me zoom out so I can get us lined up here nice and good. Let's see. Yeah, about right there. Tell this guy to get to work. Um, okay, so the other thing we have to do is we have to fertilize this field. As you can tell, it's not fertilized. We're just getting ready to. Oh wait, whoa, 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 whoa! This is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. My bad. My bad. Let's dismiss this guy. This has to be plowed. I was thinking this was a plow for some reason. That's my bad. Oh my god, I can't believe I just almost let that thing go ahead and do that. Good thing I caught that really fast. So we still need to fertilize this. Let's go. What do we got back here? Um, see what we got for equipment here. Where is? Oh, I know what we were gonna do. This is what we are gonna do. Where is it? Right here. I was gonna use this bad boy. That's what I was doing. This is how I was gonna to fertilize the field and to get it all plowed. We're completely full there. How much is left in this tank? That I don't know. 1%. So that's not going to fill that up with the dam. So probably, how did I get hung up right there? So probably what we're going to have to do. Oh man, this is kind of a shortage here. So what I think I need to do is I need to get some scoops of some biomass or some silage. Let's see, cultivator. Now, personally, I already own these big cultivators here on my other world here. This one here is a good all around 69,000 is a good all around one. Um, but I think we need a pretty heavy tractor. So I've done some testing on my other world, my just casual world that I play on. And there's a couple things that I wanted to show you. Under tipper trailers, we went ahead and we added the IT runner. So you can see now we have this little attachment here that allows us to have these couple other little or these other little dump beds here that we can drop off grain. This one I think is for wood chips and silage, and then just a dump bed for everything. There's also a manure spreader, which is kind of cool. We're not going to be using that right now because we're not using that kind yet. Um, what was the other ones? Tippers? No, there was another. Oh, I know what it was. It was slurry tanks. So we have this one, which is a slurry tank that we can utilize to spray stuff. So what I found out was this in my other world. I was using these. these units that we bought here, I was using these, and I was using the slurry. But the problem that we face right now in this world is we're not running cows, so we're gonna be we're gonna be lacking on slurry. So, what my plan is, this is my plan, is I'm gonna slowly phase these out. We're gonna utilize them right now, but we're gonna phase these bad boys out. And the reason the reason we're gonna phase these out. God damn, hold on, let me get a drink of water, guys. I got a tickle in my throat right now. So the reason we're gonna phase these bad boys out is because, as you can tell, we're completely full, right? The only slurry that we're gonna be able to make is from silage at this point because we're not running any kind of cows. We're not making that huge of investment. Maybe later we might dabble with it, but right now we're not. But if you watch this, when we come up here and we get this guy working on this thing, look how slow this thing goes. Okay, for these tractors, we got to upgrade these tractors something fierce. But you can see how fast the slurry's going down. We're already at 94%, and we did what, 100 yards? So it takes a lot of slurry to be able to do these fields. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to do something a little bit different. I think we're going to buy, not that, we're going to buy one of these fertilizers. Do we already own one of these? We already own one of these. Okay. These fertilizers are just the better way to go. So basically, what I've been doing on my other world is I've been using this cultivator. This is why I have 2 of these now. We've been using this cultivator and a fertilizer, and I'll tell you, it's just way quicker. You don't have all of this going on, and then later on, what we'll do is we can use this slurry tanks. Hold on, let me look at this. This tank here, we'll buy a semi truck, and we'll get one of these slurry tanks here for 75,000. We'll get a semi truck, one of these for 285, and we can just spread whatever that we get because we don't have cows. As you see, there's no cows in our field there. So it's just the easier way to go. We're not going to be making that much slurry, especially once we start. Because, like on my free play world that I have, I actually am at a point now where I don't have no. Um, I don't have no use for silage really right now. So silage is a little bit different than um, it is at the beginning of the game. At the beginning of the game, silage is the best way to earn money, but once you start getting, I think I've got something like 15 windmills or something. So I mean, I'm gaining like $2,000 dollars per windmill per hour. So I don't need silage anymore. So that's our goal here. So we're gonna have to phase that kind of stuff out. But to do that, I mean, you can see it's still just it's like blowing through this stuff. It doesn't quite, as you can see, you can't quite turn fast enough to get that. We have to make 2 passes, and with the fertilizer, we would already had probably 2 big passes done and be planting the field already. So, I think we're gonna do away with that. Let me grab this tractor. I believe our fertilizer is probably over at the house. I don't think it would be anyplace else but there. So let's go over there and grab that really quick. Yeah, we got to do some serious upgrades here. Some serious upgrades on everything that we have. I've been playing a lot of farming sim off camera just on my own casual world, and I'll tell you, I've learned and discovered a few things that just make things a lot easier. One of the things I found was I used to have like some medium-sized tractors, like these tractors here, that was like upgraded from this one. They were like about $200,000 tractors. They were great, but the problem that you faced was um, once I got to the bigger tractors, like the big high-end New Hollands, um, they don't tow some of the smaller trailers. So I had to keep these small little trailers around, which was just a pain in the ass because um, they just wasn't really worth it to keep around. Because what I found was, see the front of this weight here, how there's a pin. I can put this on a big tractor and connect to a small trailer. I found out. So all I need to do is have a weight for an adapter, and voila, we're done. So we definitely need to get rid of some of that stuff. These small tractors have got to go. Um, the other thing is this mowing, this mower, and this pickup trailer. These can go too. Let's get rid of this right now. We're gonna get rid of some stuff. I got some big plans going on here with some of this stuff. So let me grab this because I found out that I can run all this with this tractor. That's why I bought this way. But let's go up and sell the stuff. I've got some stuff to show you here. You're gonna like this because we was able to spend the money and grab our big New Holland. Um, but what I found was, oh, I shouldn't have planted that other field the way that I did. Oh, I haven't started planting it yet. Okay, we're not going to plant corn on the other field. I'm going to show you what we're going to do. I found a couple trick secrets here that was something that I didn't know. And if I would have known that, I probably would have, well, I still would have had to buy this stuff, but we don't need this anymore, so we can sell this. If we get into hay or something, if we get into hay later, we might utilize this, but I don't see it happening at this particular point. So let me do this. Let me drop that off. And then let me pull this into here and around and drop that off. Okay, so let's go ahead and sell the stuff off. We're going to sell that back and we're going to sell that back. That's going to give us 68 grand. Now I think, let's look at our bank. What was our bank total? We've got, our loan is 200,000, so we cannot get no more of a loan. Let's see. We needed that loader. Yeah, we were thinking about getting this loader here, but it's going to be 189. So that's going to be down the road from the silage that we're going to get. But let me see, where is it? Right here, these headers. Okay, so these headers, let me explain this here. Okay, so these are the three headers. We bought this corn one for 45,000. This one's 14, and this one's 34. I am currently going to buy this one right now. Now, let me explain how this works. So, this header here actually will mow down any kind of field. So as if we look at it again, you'll see that it says that it will harvest barley, wheat, canola, and grass. So it'll harvest all four of those crops and immediately, no matter what it is, out of those four crops, will immediately turn it into silage, or not silage, but chaff for us to make into silage. So you can actually go mow grass instead of mowing grass and picking up grass and putting it in there. We can just mow grass directly with this. It'll go right into the tipper trailers. We don't need the pickup trailer, and we go dump it, and we're done. Now, this one here is the key one. As you can see, this says that it does gray grass and hay. So what this does is when we go out and we mow down a field, and say, say we go mow down a field of um, wheat, and we have it throw the remains of the wheat on the ground so that we could make hay bales out of it. Well, instead of making hay bales, you use that head and you go pick that up and it turns it into silage or into chaff as well. So not only are you, like, normally that head that we just bought would actually um, it would actually cut down the wheat and make it completely into silage. But using the other head, we get the wheat. We have to harvest it with a harvester, obviously. So we have to buy another harvester, and that we don't have right now because we sold that so we can get a kind of an upgrade. But what we can do is you can take this one here, and you can just drive this bad boy, and what will happen is we can just start mowing grass. Let me pop this head off here real quick. I'll show you how this works. Where the head that we're gonna go pick up will mow down the wheat and turn it completely into chaff, but we won't get any of the wheat resources out of it. But the other one will, allow us to pick up just the hay that's produced when we use a combine, but we still got to buy a combine yet. So that was one of the cool little tricks that I learned. Um, it works way better. It's way easier than trying to use where we were mowing grass and trying to pick it up with the head. It just doesn't work. Let me dump these trailers right here so it'll make it easier for us to go up here and get this. And then we'll go up here. Yeah, I'm at a point now, like I said, with um, I'm at a point now with um, my free play world that silage just is not. I've got like almost full containers of silage, and I'm not even touching them right now. Okay, let's grab this bad boy. And oop, and the thing. Oh man, I am struggling with backing up right now. There we go. Okay, so now what we can do, we don't have to worry about where it lays or nothing, because immediately, um, watch this. It'll immediately pick it up. It doesn't go on the ground. It immediately just gets picked up, just like we're harvesting something and goes right in there. So it's just like cutting corn. We don't have to worry about any grass laying on the ground. We can like drive crazy. Look at that. Perfect. So this is like the best way to go right here. So we can use this head to mow down any field that we have or just mow grass and be able to get some silage or get some chaff to make the silage. So this is like the cat's meow right here. And the other head is well worth it too, because we can actually mow down a field and get basically two crops out of it. We can get a bunch of silage out of it, and we can get a bunch of the whatever the crop is. So this is like perfect. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to do was let's grab this boy. So I found this out too as kind of a, I don't know if this is just a bug in general for them or not. Um, and I'm not quite sure because I haven't really tested it to see if the crops like are producing the amount that they're supposed to, because I've never really like done two different harvests of a crop to just say, okay, this one works, this one doesn't work. But what I found was when this little jewel, or you'll see in a second when we get over here, the slurry tank, when they run out, they continue to spray as though they're working. And they make the field dark as though that it's been sprayed. But I don't know if the production of the wheat or whatever the crop is actually doubling up better because it's not fertilized or it is fertilized. So I've kind of found that like I could like take this and fill this fertilizer up just a little bit and just start it on a field with a guy doing it, and he'll fertilize the whole field, and it seems like it fertilizes the whole field. Now, is that the case? I don't know. Because I'll show you here with this guy in a second. Boy, it is foggy out here today. Where is this guy at? So you can see he is empty. See that? He's empty, completely empty. But yet he's still like trugging along here. Now, in past videos, I actually had mentioned that this could be a problem. But if you notice, it seems like it's fertilizing it because it is darker. So I don't know if this is a bug. I don't know if it actually is. I don't notice the crop harvest or not. But I'm just going to let this guy finish his field off since he's like so close to it. Let's grab this guy here. So we can actually, I'll show you the difference on how it takes to fertilize a field, how much quicker we can fertilize it with this one. So if we run down here to this field, so all that time we've been dicking around with that other piece of equipment, this guy's been over here slowly fertilizing this field. This one here, you'll see goes a lot faster. This is just like way faster. So we roll up here, we click this on, boom, he just starts doing his thing. And see how wide he goes? So literally, if I had And see, I've actually cut off this one side a little bit because of my lineup. So actually, like couple passes, he'll have this whole field fertilized. So this is just like a much easier way to go than slurry. I think slurry's just overthinking it. All we've got to do now is just till this field. Um, so I think that's what I'm going to do. I think what we'll end up doing is probably selling this tank and selling this and buying a cultivator that's fairly decent size. I don't know what size tractor I need to be able to do that, but um, we're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to get some silage. So I'm gonna probably work off camera and try to get us as much silage as I possibly can here to get us a little bit of bankroll going. Um, because otherwise I'm going to be spending, episodes and episodes and episodes of me sitting here just going like this, scooping silage, which is the most silliest thing ever. So I think what I want to do, if I'm being honest, I actually want to take this here, and I think this only nets us about 6 or 7 thousand, something like that. 7,000, which ain't that much, but it's only like a 4,500 bucket. What I'd like to possibly do is just sell this unit and sell the slurry tank, and then what we can do is we can actually worry about slurry and stuff later down the road, but buy the big New Holland loader that will have like the 6,400 bucket on it, which will allow this process here to go a lot faster. Oop. So probably what I'll end up doing is spending some time. So I haven't used this bucket or this unit on one of these in a while because on my other world I have the New Holland already. So probably what I'll end up doing is getting us a little bit of money. Um, how much is this bad boy here? Let's look really quick. So we could literally sell this for probably 60 some thousand, sell the bucket for probably about another 1,200 or 1,000. Um, then we can sell this stuff for probably 30 or about 28,000 maybe. This for about 9. And a couple buckets of silage, and then I can go buy us this $189 unit here, which will allow us to go a lot faster. So probably that's what I'm going to do off camera. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video here, guys. It's really foggy. It's been kind of a miserable day here on the farm. We got some clouds in the skies. Hasn't been too nice, but we'll get that set up. I'm going to do a little bit of that off camera, kind of get that stuff sold and set up. And then hopefully when we come back, we'll have a little bit more silage left, and we'll have some new equipment to make things move along here a little bit faster, just to kind of get us springboarded to the next level. So if you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, you can follow us on Twitter. That way, when we're posting new YouTube content and when we're live streaming, you have to check us out on Twitch or YouTube Gaming. Come hang out, be part of the audience. If you're new to them channels, smash them follow buttons there. So until next time, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for all the support on the channel and this series. And until next time, we'll see your faces later.